Our guards, John did well. Jeremiah came in, gave some big minutes, and Prentice was big time at the end. During scout these last few days, coach said he was the only point guard at any level to average 17 and 7 last year as a sophomore. So we knew his talent. He had 27 points, 12 assists, and 4 rebounds in their first game. So we knew he's going to be tough. He's really talented. So we just had to contain him. And I thought our guards did a great job of fighting through adversity and doing the best that they could.
Absolutely. Coach has said this is the best shooting team that he's ever coached. You guys agree? It's the best shooting team you guys have ever been on?
Yeah. I mean, everybody shoots it. Sometimes we got lineups in there that, like, all of them can shoot it, So, I mean, yeah, I don't know how many teams he's coached. I know he's coached a lot of great players, but, yeah, I agree with him that he's the best shooting team that he had.
How much confidence do you guys have? Because there were a couple stretches where, the shots weren't falling so much, but you still were able to, come up, hit some, and then it seemed like it would get contagious and you guys would hit it. Just how much confidence is there throughout the team that go on those runs where you have 3 in a row?
We all feed off each other for anything, whether that's defensively, offensively. So, when we see guys have their shots falling, like when Twan hit that, the deep 3, we all got excited and we used that as fuel to help our offensive game. I think we struggled today with being kind of lackadaisical on the defensive end. So, we kind of want to use the same excitement that we have when our jump shots are going in, when we're getting stops too. We want to kind of have that same thing. But, yeah, it is big time for us when, we see each other hitting shots.
Versus Gibson, their big guy, goes for 18 and 9. A lot of his buckets were kind of keeping them in it in the second half especially. Just how tough is it when Emmanuel or Teal picks up those early fouls and can't be as physical down there against a guy like that?
Yeah, these new rules are showing up. The last 3 minutes of the first half took forever. Both sides are fouling. Gibson's talented. He's at Iowa State. We knew he has a really good touch. He's like Alan Williams last year from Santa Barbara, who we played. And he gave us 18 and 9. He was in foul trouble too, so it just shows the kind of player he is. And Emmanuel and Teal did a really good job getting in front of him. And sometimes they threw over top, and it was on the guards. It was on us. It was on me a lot of the time. So they did their job, and he's a tough player, so we just had to contain him as well.
How tough is it going to be later on in that situation with Teal or Emmanuel in foul trouble? Is that when Kamani's going to get in there and they got another guy like Gibson and the team later down the road? Or?
Yeah. Our team prides itself on its depth, and KJ is ready to come in. But, it's nice that it's happening now. We got the win, but, we can go watch film tomorrow morning and learn from it. And we can see how we can play it better. And then now we know, and Coach knows how these situations can play out in his head now.
Obviously, the rule changes can be frustrating defensively. Do you guys like them offensively? Does it give you a little more freedom to play, or have you noticed any difference?
Yeah, we play small ball, so I think it's good to us. When John has the ball, not many people can stay in front of him. So the freedom of movement is good for us offensively and defensively. Our coaches have always taught us, to play the game with, our hands away and use our body to stop them. So I don't think it really influences us that much. It just makes you think even more when you're guarding somebody.
Can you talk a little bit more about that small ball lineup that you guys run in the key stretches late? You guys basically drove over to the floor and 2-3. You guys can really space the floor pretty well. Can you talk about that?
It just helped a lot because the other teams is forced to go small too, but they don't. What happens if they don't like to go small and they want to play big? So we got the advantage of just playing small and we all spread out and we all can shoot it. That's one of our strengths. So yeah, he helps us. He helps us a lot, I feel. Yeah.
You guys feel like you're a faster team this year? 14 fast break points. Gian, you were out on the break quite a few times today. Just kind of different than going to JJ down low a little more in the half court.
Yeah, we could have done it last year too. We just didn't. No, another race break because we had JJ, DB, and Stan. But this year, we every point that we can get, we're gonna get it. Every advantage that we can use for us, we're gonna use it. So we're faster. We got a lot of fast people in the team.
There's been some criticism of you guys' non-conference schedule this last couple of years. What kind of test was this team today for you guys?
Yeah, there's people think that our like non-conference week really isn't, because if you see this team is great. You know, 2 Iowa State, 2 Iowa State transfers.
Yeah,
Mar-
2 Iowa State
Maryland?
transfers. Yeah,
One on Maryland. I mean, they're great. So this team probably can win the conference. Their conference. So I mean, like Coach said, every team we play is good, and we just gotta come ready to play.
What was you guys' reaction to finding out Northern Iowa beat North Carolina?
That was big.
yeah, it's big time. We felt that we went in and played well down there. Obviously, them beating North Carolina doesn't have anything to do with us. It's good for them. It just shocked like the rest of the country. But they played well. They're very well coached. They had a really good game plan. So it was. I think we were all watching it. So it was a good ending.
We knew they had a chance.
Yeah.
They're home. They can shoot it.
Yeah.
So we knew they had a chance. So.
Do you think your guys' ability to shoot it kind of gives you a chance in any game? I mean, you guys have been favorites early on, but there will be some games coming up, especially Mountain West play, that you guys aren't expected to win. Do you think just the ability to shoot the way you guys did today gives you a chance in any game?
Yeah, kind of along with the new kind of free play rules that the officiating's doing. Once you get that kind of out of the way and we get past our defenders, just like G said, we have lineups there where I'm playing the 4, and maybe Emmanuel's the 5, and G and John and Antoine. So, it's a strength of ours. But also we fall into the trap of settling. I think everyone sees that. We see it too. Coach gets mad at it, rightfully so. So it is a strength, but we want to use our ability to handle the ball to get to the rim.
3 games in the season now. Do you guys feel like you're still trying to feel each other out, get some chemistry going, or do you think you're already there?
No, we a long way. We a long way from there. We're just playing good right now. We want to see what happens when we ain't making shots. How we're gonna respond. We haven't seen that yet. Hopefully we never see it. But yeah, I mean we still want to feel each other. And just that's part of practicing. And just communicating. That's a big word right there. Just communicating, because if we don't communicate, we don't know like what he wants to do or where he wants to be at. Like I know Joe's gonna be in the corner. I know Tuan is gonna be on top. So that's just just me communicating to them what's your sweet spot and then where you want to be at. So that makes them more effective on offense.
What's the expectation going forward after you guys got off to such a hot start? I mean, is the sky the limit for you guys? How is the Mountain West Championship? Anything that's in reach?
Yeah, everything that is in reach. Of course, we want to win the item on the West, and we want to go to the tournament. But we gotta take it a game at a time. We cannot move ahead of ourselves. We gotta take it a game at a time, and we just gotta just be patient. Sometimes we just what happened when we play this team? No, just calm down, one game at a time. Right now we're focusing on Tuesday, I believe Christian.
Yeah.
So that's our focus, our main focus right now, and we just gotta come ready to play for them.
Yeah, just what a great game. When have you guys seen a better game? I mean, really, since I've been here, have we been in a more exciting game? I mean, I talked a lot about how good Oakland is, and I think they're even better than I thought. I mean, they have everything it takes, and they had to travel. I got in really late last night. The game was an earlier game. Both teams were out of gas. I just thought we happened to make the plays at the end, but give both teams credit for there wasn't a more exciting game this weekend than that game right there, or it's in the top 5-10 for sure. It was just back and forth, and what I like is we scored 96, 95 points. We'll get the defense right. We'll get the rebounding right. We haven't had a lot of time to work at it with all these games, but it was a slugfest, and I thought it was really a draw. We won the game, but both, somebody had to win, somebody had to lose.
Talk about the way they rebounded. They get 18 offensive rebounds,
Yeah.
and yet you guys have 15 offensive rebounds, but you outscored them 23-13 in second chance points. Just work on getting guys to go straight up right away.
Well, that makes sense because we really are a good scoring team, so that could be a rebound and a kick out for 3. And I'm sure that happened. The game's kind of a blur to me. But, you know, you don't want to give us second chance points because we can get a fresh clock and we're really good. We got a bunch of guys that can make threes. But, yeah, there were a lot of balls that just seemed like they were there and 50-50 balls. And I thought both teams got their share. 18 offensive rebounds is way too many, but this Dorsey Walker is special. I mean, he had 10 last game he played, offensive rebounds. I mean, once again, it's who you play and where you play them. And if we'd played them there, we wouldn't have beaten them. But I think you'd all agree, you can see, when they were they had to be tired. I mean, they sat on a plane for 2.5 hours, 16 inches of snow in Detroit. They finally got here, and for them to throw it out like that, I think they'll beat Valpo. I think they'll win their league, and we've had 2 big wins of our last 3 now that will really help, I think, down the road.
You said this is the best shooting team you ever had, but maybe a little over the edge to start off with, but they're proving you right. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I always tell you what I said last year. We're going to be better than everybody thought we were going to be. I thought we'd be better this year than everybody thought. And I think it is. I mean, I think you have 5 guys out there that you have to guard to the 3, all the way out to the 3. So, even better than I thought, because Emmanuel can shoot. He's a good shooter. So, yeah, 95 points. I mean, Steve Fisher would like to have about 30 of those. I mean, it's a lot of fun when you can score like that. You know, it makes up for a lot of mistakes, and you can't teach guys to shoot very easy, but you can really teach them to get more physical and rebound and defend. And the coach I'm a huge fan of said, I think you're a lot tougher than you thought they were as we talked before the game, but class act and a class act team, and I wouldn't want to play them there.
Emmanuel got called for 3 fouls in about 60 seconds. Did that change the game plan at all?
Well, it didn't change the game plan. It just, and I thought Gibson got screwed too. I mean, that last foul on him, he was standing straight up, and I watched the monitor, and John bounced off him. It was a makeup call, and that's why Coach and I talked at half court and then called the lead official over and said, if we're going to do this, we need to get 6 fouls. We're going to call it this way. And I said, yeah, we got a guy over there, and do you think it's fair that these guys work so hard and they get eliminated? I mean, you've heard this how many times, John? How many times? 1 million times. It's just not fair. So, yeah, I didn't understand. I'm anxious to watch the film. I didn't understand. It seemed like one official got on a roll there. He might be an Oakland grad. I don't know. But then it kind of those are tough games. You get 2 teams that are physical like that, and I think directly coached, brutal honesty, I think you're going to get a lot of tangled up stuff that's hard to call.
Later on in the season, are you guys going to adjust to situations like that differently, where you got Teal and Lobo sitting out with 2 or 3, 4 fouls apiece? Going small work today, but Gibson really hurt you. 18.
Yeah, I think we could have had Kareem, and Gibson would have still hurt us. I mean, small's good. It's not bad. We're going to start zoning, and we're in the infant stages. And to be 3-0, I'm ecstatic. I really thought we'd be 1-2, so that's what I had it down for. So to be 3-0 and with Kamani's. I wanted to get him in. There wasn't a place for him. He'll play Tuesday a lot, I think. There's the factor that we're talking about. He's really good, guys. He's good. He just, is behind because of, health issues, concussion, migraines. So there's optimism. And we got to rest these 2 guys if they're just playing too much, Joe and Gian. And I thought Jeremiah was probably the biggest plus out of the whole thing was Jeremiah's response to not playing much the last few games.
It's a win that's going to look pretty good come March.
Don't you think? I think it's going to look great. Because plus they're getting a guy, nobody's better than than their point guard. But he says for sure their second best player is a kid from Texas that's sitting out. See, they wanted to cancel today's game because of the snow and schedule it to the 17th. But the kid gets eligible on the 16th, so we didn't want any part of that. But they have a transfer from Texas that's going to add to. So I think it's going to really look good.